So in today's video, we got something pretty special for the Model Y, and it's going to be for the interior. So I got quite a few carbon fiber parts all over the car. I got the dash, the stalks, even the trims here around the wheel, some more fiber there. On the outside, we got these pretty nice looking mirror caps, and it is all matte, but for the wheel, I decided to get gloss. So I got a really good deal on this wheel, and I really like this style because it's got more like a flat bottom. And then we just got clean, smooth leather. Designs here look quite aggressive. And then we got the gloss carbon fiber. So the reason I like gloss better for the steering wheel is because it's more grippy. The matte is very slidey, and I do like to drive my car more spirited sometimes, and I really like the grip here on the gloss. Plus this is a lot of high contact point. Gloss is a little more durable, and also the sun is always going to shine on this, or a lot. But yeah, this is a very nice wheel. We can see we got little indentions here in the back for grip. Beautiful carbon fiber work. The leather stitching looks pretty good also. You can see here with this part is a little bit, I guess not as clean as OEM, but still very nice. And this is the back of the wheel, so you're not going to see this much. But overall, the leather sewing and the transition between the carbon and the leather is quite clean. The only thing I noticed is maybe right here, the carbon is a little bit like there's a line here, like it's tucked on top of itself or something. Same thing for this side. You guys can see it there. It's not too obvious, but it is there. Yeah, overall the wheel looks nice, and this is basically all I got. There's no tools or anything else, just the wheel itself. So we will have to transfer the airbag and these trims here to the new wheel, but I'm very excited to see what it's going to look like and also feel like. So taking the stock wheel off is actually not too hard. First we need to shut down the car, and we'll do that in a second, and then pop the airbag off, and then there's one big bolt in the middle that we have to take out. On the wheel here, if we can see on the side, there's a little hole. This is where we're going to insert a tool to cut the airbag free, and there's another one on the other side. Basically little clips that hold it. So first things first, we need to shut the car down. So we're going to go in the menu, go to safety, and then on the very bottom we're going to see power off. So this is going to shut down the whole system. That way we can safely disconnect the airbag. Now with the power off, the car could turn back on if you like open close doors or step on the brake pedals, or touch any functions. But if it does power on, you can power it off again, I guess. So yeah, let's go ahead and click that, and here it actually tells us power back on. Just put your foot on the brake. So basically we need to avoid the brake pedal. Power off, and that's it. We've gone dark. So now we need to remove the airbag, and you need something long and pointy. I found this little rod that actually fits perfectly in that hole right here. So you can use like a mini screwdriver or anything that you got, and literally you just insert it in there, and you're gonna feel like a little clip. So when you push on it, the airbag will pop out on this part and then the other part too. And my screen keeps turning on, which is kind of weird. This is my second time shutting it down, but it keeps coming on for whatever reason. But I've seen people change this without powering it off, so I don't know, probably not a big deal. But let's go ahead and release the airbag. There we go. So I just clicked it, and you guys can see you do have to kind of fish it just right in there. You'll feel like a little spring and it'll pop out. Yeah, this thing just keeps turning on. I wonder why. That's weird. So let's do the other side. So I'm just fishing under there to get just the right spring, and there we go. And you guys saw that it popped out completely just like that. And you guys can see this is where it clips on these rods. Not sure why the power off's not working. Maybe it has something to do with me touching the car or sitting on the seat, because I'm not even pushing the brake in it. All right guys, so I pulled out the airbag. There's the clip here. So you just squeeze these little tabs, and then it comes right out. We can go ahead and unplug this side also. So you just squeeze those little guys there, and then it pops out. And this is the bolt that we need to take off. So taking that bolt out, you'll need a pretty large Allen wrench or a hex socket, which I didn't have. I did have this star one that actually fits perfect in there. It's a T55. So I'm just using a torque wrench for leverage with an extension there. And you guys can see it's like a perfect fit. It goes deep in there and it grabs really good. So I should be able to break that loose. So it is reversed thread as normal. You guys can see the wheel spin, so I do have to hold it. So I will need my other hand. I'm going to try to hold it here and then kind of unscrew it. All right, so it took just a little extra force. Definitely have to hold this pretty hard. Did a quick move down and it broke it loose. And the T55 seemed to work really good. Has a really good grip in there. But obviously you want to use the right tip, just in case, and didn't get too overstressed. So yeah, we're now just simply going to unscrew the bolt all the way. And you can actually do it by hand now. It is a quite large bolt, as you guys can see. It's got yellow Loctite. And so now we can go ahead and take the wheel off, but we got to wiggle it off because it's not just going to come out probably. Yep. So you probably have to grab two hands and kind of wiggle it back and forth while pulling on it. And that should do it. All right, and simple as that, it just comes right out. There's a notch there right on top, which is on the spline, and the new wheel should have exactly the same thing, which here we can see the same spline there as the original. So for the next part, you need to transfer all these controls and trims and modules to the new wheel, which actually is not too hard. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts kind of hiding under there. And then this is just clip out and we should be able to reinstall it into the new wheel. All right guys, so I was able to loosen all the bolts with this T25. So they're all just loose sitting there. So now we should be able to pull on this trim piece here. And it's starting to come up, you guys can see there. So yeah, we just basically got to massage this up. All right, so kind of prying it makes it come out. We do have some wires still attached. So this steering wheel here has heated function. This new one actually does not. So hopefully that's not going to be an issue, but we do have extra wires that plug right here. This is the steering heater that we'll just have to unplug and not plug into the new one. And it also appears that we need to remove this bottom springy thing also, as it's kind of connected to it. And then that bottom metal piece there, the spring load that holds the airbag in. And the way these come off is if you flip the wheel around, be careful not to scratch your trims. You can see here there's little tabs that you got to pry to cut it loose. There we go. So that one's down. That one went down also. We got one more over here, and that's it. And also we can cut the spring loose, push it down so it all comes out the other end. And there it goes. Spaghetti mess here. That's basically everything, including our main spring, which will go on there first. We just need to unplug our heating function, which is right here, and we should be good to install in reverse order to the new wheel. All right, so the old wheel is good. Now we can work on our new one. And so this little blue plug will just go nowhere as we're not heating anything anymore. So we'll just tuck it in there. But yeah, let's go ahead and install the spring first. Pretty simple, just kind of clips in there, just like that. And you guys can see this is where the airbag goes in and stays in. And then we got these holes here where we can release it when we need to. So now we can grab this whole assembly here and start lining it up on the inside there, starting with the black clip here, which literally just snaps back in. Just gotta line it up. A little bit of fiddling around, just gotta line everything up. Make sure none of your wires are getting kinked anywhere. Pretty straightforward process. Just take your time, make sure everything clips in correctly. So we got everything pretty good now. We can go ahead and start sliding this thing down, the whole trim piece, into its original position. So I'm just gonna massage it in there, making sure our tabs are all going down correctly and everything is going down straight. But yeah, looking at it right here, it looks really good. I actually have this matte carbon and it works a lot better than I thought it would with this gloss. Kind of matches. All right, so it's set in very nicely. Everything's lining up just right. Definitely take your time. Don't scratch the leather or the wheel or anything because there's a lot of pokey things. Just kind of massage it in there, and yeah, hardest part is kind of getting those tabs where they go as you go down. Is you have to, get the wiring in the correct position. But we're pretty much good. We just need to put those 4 little bolts in, and then we can reinstall it into the car. All right, guys, so it's all back together, and the wheel looks incredible. So everything looks good. It lines up very nice. I love this bolstering here. Beautifully curved the wheel. The only part that I'm a little disappointed about is this back panel here. It looks a little cheap and kind of scuffed. You guys can see, maybe if I put some treatment on it, it'll look a little better. But yeah, since it's the back, I'm not too worried about it. But it definitely doesn't look as good as the sides or the front of it. But I guess that's more important here than anywhere else. So for the next part, we need to put this in the car. And we're literally just going to slide it over the splines. It's actually a couple more here, or a groove on the bottom where it also lines up. But yeah, this is what the car looks like with no wheel at all. Kind of crazy. All right, so let's see how good it fits on here. So we're just going to line up those splines. There we go. So they lined up. Now I'm kind of vibrating it in there. So what we need to do is we need to push on it while going back and forth with the wheel on both ends. So we don't have to get it in there too far, as we can use our bolt to push it in there. Actually, guys, what I did was I took it back out and sprayed a little bit of WD-40 so you can go in smoother, and also so you can come out later smoother, having some kind of lubricant in there. So I got it in there a good amount, but you guys can see the bolt definitely reaches, so that's good enough. So now we can start tightening it down all the way until it closes the gap here. So I'm just going to use my torque wrench here to slowly but surely start pulling it in. And we'll start seeing this gap get smaller the more we go. But yeah, it's actually going really easy. So yeah, I definitely recommend lubricating it in there, as it'll much easier, go in. All right, so I got it where it's starting to tighten up, and that's what the hole looks like. The torque spec on that bolt is 59 foot-pounds. That's what I got it set at. So now I'm going to torque it, but I will need 2 hands to hold the wheel also. All right, so just like pulling it off, torquing it was a little hard. I had to hold the wheel pretty good, kind of like with my knee on the bottom part and hand on the top while torquing it. But it does torque at 59, not too hard. And so now we're getting really close to being finished, because all we need to do is plug everything back in, or this part here, and then our airbag, and then we'll just clip it on. But before I connect everything, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down again. So let's go ahead and plug this in real quick. Actually, I believe that's wrong because this wire needs to go underneath, so I kind of messed that up, so I'm going to redo that. There we go. That's much more like it. So the wire goes underneath and actually has a little clip holder there and then goes in here. So let's get the airbag, plug it in, pop it on, and we are done. All right, so I got the airbag plugged in. Everything looks good here. Nothing disconnected. Should be okay. Let's go ahead and pop it back in. So we're just lining it up with those 3 holes there, and then we're just simply going to push on it and it should pop right in. All right, guys, and that's it. You just push it on and it beeps at you, but it does click in. And wow, this thing looks awesome. Let me see if I can get a wider view here. Well, maybe I can go. There we go, a little wider, but this thing looks super cool. Actually, really upscales the look of the car. And there's like contour because of these raises here. Let me show you guys a little better from this angle here. Yeah, very nice wheel. There's like a little bolster here and just looks quite incredible. Really love the look. Yeah, and the matte and glossy carbon is working very well together. So we're gonna do some driving with it and give you guys my final thoughts. But overall, really liking this thing. And for the price that I paid for it, even though it's not perfect in the back, I really like what I'm seeing. All right, guys, so I'm driving with the wheel and I'm actually loving it. The grips here are awesome because there's lots of bolster to hold to. And there's just the right curvature for everything. So really enjoying the wheel, and it feels really good and looks amazing too. So I'm really happy with how this thing turned out. So yeah, I'm gonna really enjoy this thing, and if you guys want a wheel like this too, I'm gonna have some links in the description. They have different kinds. Obviously I picked this one as that was what was available to me, and I'm glad I did, as everything turned out good. This matte really goes well. Yeah, and the whole theme with my kind of horn mirror caps and stuff like that looks excellent. So yeah, very happy with the whole thing. So thanks for watching. Check out my other Tesla videos, and I'll catch you in the next one.